Perfect. We are hooked up. We are hot. We are ready to go. The cat's in position. I'm sure they'll come and find us. So make sure today that you have um, 2 blocks and a strap and a blanket. These are going to be supportive towards the end. And we're midway through this understanding of Vishuddha, and the simplest way to understand the most practical application of this energy. I'm standing on a chair, I'm holding a heavy bag of cat food, I'm reaching. And so I'm working, and things are becoming difficult and they're becoming more intense really fast. And this could be being in traffic. This could be my phone battery is dying and I'm in the middle of a really important conversation. This could be so many things, but it's difficult. I'm off balance. It's getting harder. And so my voice is getting harder. And my voice is expressing this is not working for me. And I'm calling to Lily, and Lily has her earbuds in and she's listening to a story. And I'm like, Lily, come help me. And I was fine. And now it's getting harder. And I'm like, Lily, come help. Hey, you, come. And so she comes, I hand the thing down, and everything got better. And everything through my body changed. And everything, thank you, could be said so differently. And what I can take from this is I can be holding that level of intensity in my body. After a long walk or after a long week, we can have generated sort of a pool of tension that we don't even realize we're holding. And yet it's affecting what we're saying and how we're saying it and who we're speaking to. And that affects the outcome of our exchange. In this practice, look to just really empty that tension out like you were setting things down. And the practice in setting things down then serves you. You don't even have to think about how am I going to speak because you feel so much better. And the generosity of this feeling better will take care of how you speak. And taking care of yourself and then letting the words come through will change every interaction. So it doesn't need to be heady. We don't need to think about clearing this energy. We move in a way that allows us to simply feel better. The feeling better elevates our state. Elevated state elevates our thoughts and our interactions. It's that simple. Keep it easy and let this space rise and open. And so just start out on your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat, just like we start during the Kundalini sequence. Tap out your feet, tap out your heels, wag your tail, and let the low back really just melt into the floor for a moment. Let the weight of your thighs drop into your hips. Feel how the chest can fall, how your breathing immediately begins to open and rise into the chest. Hi, so simple, such a simple thing. We're not holding anything up, not even ourselves. Bring your left knee to your chest, left hand to your shin, keep it there, right hand overhead, right leg long. Shake out the right foot and the right knee. Now let your right thigh become heavy and your right shoulder. And draw your right toes back and reach into your right hand. Now shake out the left heel and draw the left knee a little closer and just start shaking everything a little looser. Loosen and widen your left knee. Reach the right hand, right heel. Shake the right hand, right heel. And then bring it back in to change. Right hand, right shin. Left leg long, left hand overhead. Now just be heavy in the thighs. How immediately it changes when we allow ourselves to set our limbs down. Set your thigh down. Shake out your foot. Shake out your knee, your shoulder, and your hand. Shake out your right heel and let it widen. And the shaking out is shaking loose, and the shaking loose allows you to set down whatever you're carrying out of habit, out of sight. And then back into center, hand to shin, right hand opens and back in, and left hand opens and back in. Inhale right and exhale left. And just starting A little bit of ignition. Now use the breath to flush out what you're carrying. And if you choose in the nose and out the mouth, the softest of sighs, letting the lower jaw loosen. And start to extend right from the navel into your heels. Take the center of yourself a little lower into the body. Get a little stronger into the legs. 3, 2, good, good. And then just roll right over the crown of your head, points in the same direction, and you roll over onto your belly. And we're going to do the rolling cobras. So in the center, you gently lift. And it's early and we're sticky, so be kind. Now left hand out, roll to the left, right knee rolls open, and then belly down, a little cobra. And right arm out, and rolling right, and a little cobra. So you're rolling over the inner organs. You're rolling through the spine. You're rolling the breath a little more completely out of your body. And we're just letting a simple rhythm start to form. And we'll be here 10 more. Like you were unlacing tight shoes. Like you were unbuckling a tight belt. Start to move just with a little bit of carelessness. One more each side. Good. And pause right at the center with your elbows under your shoulders and your fingertips in the floor. And let your belly lengthen. A little wag of the tail. And feel the invitation of your body. The fingertips inviting the navel up out of the hips. The elbows widen, inviting the collarbones wide. The face soft. The belly long, the hips heavy. Little wag of the tail, little wag of the heels. Drop it all the way back. And you'll come right back onto your back. Just drop your belly, roll over. Hands to shins. So right hand to left shin, left hand, right heel. And change to change the cross. To change. So you're going to get into some twisting today to rinse out. And it's so simple. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Just find the opposite edges. Good. Lift your head, shoulders. Feel the line, opposite hand, opposite heel. You can work right here, which is fantastic, or hand behind your head, elbow to knee. And now in the intensity, notice if your face tightens or if your jaw tightens. And can we just stay open a little bit of softening in the intensity, and clear it out. Each one's an exhale and an exhale and an exhale for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And arms wide, knees bend, feet flat, open out. And then walk your heels wider than your mat, open out, shake the feet. And from the navel, bathe yourself in the light of your belly, all through the hips, the arms, the hands. That could be a practice, that's all you need. If you show up on Saturday and that's all you've got, go there. Totally redistributes your energy. And draw your knees to your chest. And just roll yourself up, turning over hands and knees. And suddenly we're a little clearer. We're a little clearer. Wag your tail. Round your back. So the heels of your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are in line with your hips. Bend your elbows and bring your elbows to the floor. So that would just be step 1. And then flattening your feet, toes together, draw your hips back. And that would be step 2. Good. And coming onto your elbows and back up to your hands, open the chest. And then elbows down and hips back. Look forward. Lead with your throat. Up, and up. Exhale down, exhale back. Exhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. Tuck your chin as you go back. Inhale, looking up. Good. We're going to add a dog in here. Hands, knees, tuck toes, down dog. Stay in dog a beat, wag the tail, open the throat. So knees down, elbows down, hips back. Elbows down, then hands, down dog, press back. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, elbows. Exhale, hips. Inhale, elbows. Inhale, hands. Exhale, dog. Inhale, hands, knees. To elbows, to hips. To up, to up. One more. Down dog. Hands, knees. To elbows. High poke. And down. We're going to pause in this dog. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Inside your right hand, my mistake. Left knee down. So 2 blocks ahead of you if you choose. And all we're doing is setting up, fitting the knee into your armpit. Hands on the blocks or fingertips to the floor. Your choice. And we just take a moment and allow the chest to begin to broaden. You can turn your chin side to side. Bend your right knee and fit your right knee into your armpit. Square your left hip forward and your right hip back. And just give yourself a moment, softening, deepening the right hip. How it's connected to your jaw, to your face, and your expression. Can you bring the inner edge of your right heel down, the base of your big toe, and the base of your little toe? And from the full footprint of your right foot, press down to take your heart forward. And then hands walk back and step back down dog. Perfect. And just feel how that changes right armpit, right chest, right hip. And the left foot steps inside the left hand, and the right knee comes down. Hands on blocks if you choose. So working to get your left armpit ahead of your left kneecap. Fit in there. So that as you bend your left knee, it takes your left shoulder forward. You're moving the whole shoulder girdle away from the hips. So you're creating traction in the spine as you use your knee. Your knee goes forward, your right hip goes forward. So the hips are still, and the heart, the shoulders are coming forward, the chest, eyes are open. If you've got space, you can walk your fingers a little further forward. Allow the right hip to rock forward, the left hip to rock back, the chest to be open, that gaze to be open, and let the left hip release. And then step back, find your down dog. Wag your tail. So your right foot steps up, and you take a block into your right hand, and you set it to the right side. A little forward and back, we just swing the hands up and down, opening the chest, opening the breath, out the fingertips, letting the hips become a little bit mobile. Good. We're going to take the right hand down to that right side block, and that gives the left hand to come up. So bring your left elbow to your left hip as you come back, let go of the block, and that's it. So hand to block, left hand reaches, elbow down. So inhale, bend your knee, reach your hand, and exhale. Now you can take your right hand up if you choose. It's a little bit of a balance. Good. Hands apart, right hand to the block, left hand up, over, go one more just like that. Good. Keep your right hand down, keep your left hand high, stay. And change it up. Put the block on the left side, step back, down dog. Notice there's a little more space, a little more length in the chest. Oh. Left foot steps up. So the block is on its tail on the left-hand side, and the right hand can come up. Oh, let's swing forward and back. You can feel how sticky it is. Open the doors. Raise the curtains. So moving from your feet, from the front heel to the back knee to the back big toe. Good. And once the shoulders loosen, we're going according to Stephanie's breath. And then we're there. And the left hand down to the block and the right hand up over. So find your base. And now just the right hand elbow down. Bring it back. So reaching. And it's as though you were reaching right out of your right knee. And from your right knee to your right hand. Now add the left hand up over. And begin to move. Feel the sides of your spine. The front back of your hips. One more. And stay. Opening the collarbones, the base of the throat. And then downward facing dog, blocks at the top. And those bigger breaths that show up are emptying out whatever we've been carrying. Step your right foot up and your left knee down and your hands up high. And palms together and down the back and tuck the chin. And let it go, look up. And bend your elbows, thumbs in, elbows in. One more like that. Reach up, look up. And then thumbs in, thumbs down. Reaching up, looking up. Hands down, step up. Top of the mat. Feet wide, hands wide. Sit down, thumbs up, hard up, stand up. It'd be tricky. And thumbs down the back. Reach up, look up. And knees bend, folding down. Right foot back, right knee down. Hands up high. Palms together down the back. We'll go two more like that. Just reaching, looking. Exhaling in. Inhaling up. And one more. So now we go. We let it through. Hands down, downward facing dog. Step back. So we're opening the front and back of the body. Right foot steps up, left knee down. Hands up. Thumbs down the back body long. Release, look up, call it up. And hands down. Step up. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, hard up, stand, palms together, thighs back, thumbs down. Now let it up from your feet to your hands. And then widen down. Left foot back, left knee down, two hands, rising. Folding in. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Good. Left foot steps up, right knee down. And up. And then inhale. Exhale. Step up. Hands wide. Sit down, thumbs up, stand up. Down the back, tuck the chin. And release. Last set. And fold. Smooth it out. Right foot, right knee, hands up high. Down the back, tuck of the chin. That's it. Let it go. And fold. And back. And right foot. And left knee. Down the back. Reaching, let it go. And down. Step up. Hands wide. Sit down. Stand tall. Down the back. Reaching up. And just sweep wide, hands down. Notice the front, the back. We are beginning by opening and balancing front, back, left, right, top, bottom. And you'll step your left foot back. If you still have the blanket, no worries. You step opposite, over it. Left hand high, right hand wide, right thumb down. So we've been doing these in our Kundalini sequence, lifting up. Soften your front knee so you can hinge down and find out, do I want a block? Do I want two? Do I want the floor? Where does your left hand fall? And once your left hand is stable, swing your hips to the left, drop your head, press into the legs. And on an inhale, rise. Lift the left hand. And then reaching out of the left hand, out and down into the heel, folding down. One, to rise up. Good, good, good. And reach out. Turn your navel right. And one more just like that. Right into the heel. And then all the way out into the left hand. To pause and to stay for 3. Turn your navel right. Maybe your nose outside of your right shin. Let your hips tip up high behind you. And let the tip of your hips lengthen the back of your legs. And let the length of your legs soften the work of your chest. Drop the back of your neck open long. Good. Put a bend in the right knee, left hand to your hip, standing tall. And step up to change. Let it through. Let it go. Let it go. There's going to be a little whoosh. And the right foot steps back. So we're emptying those lines that we've been carrying that get entangled, that get tight. Right hand comes up. These movements are building a foundation. Left hand, thumb down, back of the spine. Reach up and fold. Right hand, now establish your base. A block beneath your hand or 2. Fingertips, hips to the right. And then right thumb to lift and inhale up. And find your rhythm. Navel to spine, right to the feet. Good. 2 more. Reaching, an invitation. Turn your navel left. 1 more. And keeping your right hand as it is, shift your hips right, your nose outside the left shin. Open the backs of your knees. Little lift, little tip of the tail. So put the work in the legs and the spine will flatten out. The back of the neck lengthens. Lift the hips till you feel it all the way in your toes. Right hand to hip, left knee bends, stepping up, let it through, be done. Shift. So you're putting down, the pose leaves you. Weight into your right foot, bend your left knee and hold your left ankle. Right hand to your abdomen and help the left side abdomen go up as you send the left thigh go down. Roll your left shoulder back, right? Yeah, then square the navel, square the hips, square the chest. And just allow the left hip to knee to become long and clear. Left foot to the floor. Left hand high, turn your palm to see the ceiling. And then your right hand holds that wrist. Go up into the left palm, down into the left heel, and over to the right. And let your hips shift right, shift right, shift right. Then wrap your right ribs forward. Good. Take your right hand to your right hip and press into your hip and let your body meet your hand. Now turn your left palm down and look up and look down and look up and look down. And then the left hand comes down and pause. Notice the left side. So left ankle and heel root down, gazes forward. Hold your right ankle. Left hand to the body and help lift the front of the right side abdomen. away from the right hip. And the right knee goes down and the right hip comes so softly forward and the right shoulder is opened. So that from the front of your shoulder, down the front of your rib, down the front of your hip, down to your knee, can get long and clear. And then the right foot to the floor, right hand high. Turn your palm to see the ceiling. Hold the right wrist and go down into your right heel and up into your right hand and over to the right. Free it all. And then left hand to left hip, press into the hip, hip presses into the hand. So put the work in the legs and turn your right palm down, which will bend your elbow and soften your shoulder. And then let the turn all the way through the top of your head. And then right arm down and pause, noticing the sides, the seams, inner arms, outer ribs. Step your right foot wide to the side. And then arms go out wide. Knees soft, turn your toes in so slightly. And your hands go down the backs of your legs, folding down. A little bit side to side. Just make your way in, feeling the inner thighs, the inner feet, like you were fitting into a tight pair of jeans, hips up. And then slide your hands back up the backs of your legs, arms wide. Reach your left hand overhead and your right hand down your thigh, just like we did. Now arms wide. Bend your right knee and bring your left hand in front of your right toes. And look to the right hand. Ha. Step up, hands wide. Good. Down the middle, folding, rinsing, find neutral, and back up, arms wide. Left hand down the thigh, right hand up over, reach. Good, take that length, arms wide, bend your left knee and the right hand down. Fingers point towards your toes. Revolve. So there's our flow, hands wide, inhale. Down the middle, exhale, folding. Unfold, hands wide. Good, right hand down, left hand up over. And then arms widen further. Bend your right knee, left hand down, spin. Turn your navel right. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold the center. Upright. Right hand over, left hand down. Navel to spine. And widen. Bend your left knee, right hand down, revolve, look up. And open. One more full set down the middle, fold. So there's a temptation in the middle to arch your back, hands wide, send your hips forward, open. There we go, left hand up over, better. And then elbows, arms wide, bend your right knee and down. Up and open. And down the middle, fold. And rise. Good, left hand down, up over. And widen. Bend the left knee, right hand down. And revolve. And open wide. Fold down the middle. Fingertips under your shoulders, side to side. And while you're there, just fold your blanket, set it aside. And then turn to the top of the mat, stepping up, hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up. And down the middle. Letting go. Vinyasa, move it through. Knees bend, hands wide, fold down. Step back, high plank. To the floor, to cobra, peel it open. Knees bend, press back, down dog. 3 breaths. Just feeling what you've made. The left foot steps, the right foot follows, hands wide, sit down, reach up, stand up. Palms together down the middle. And one more. Arms wide, knees bend, fold down. Lift halfway. And step back, high plank. chaturanga, upward or cobra, and downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the floor, bring your knees together, put your feet flat, rock forward, little bend, rock your hips back, little press, little bend coming forward, little press going back. So keep your face soft, keep your body steady, keep it simple. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you go back, and you're only coming as far forward as the intensity is just making a little heat instead of making distress. 3, 2, good. Child's pose, knees together, folding back, come to your fingertips, open your chest. Let the spine be long. And coming forward onto your belly. Good. Palms flat beside your ribs, elbows back. Lift your feet and widen your heels, and then zip them together. Inhaling, opening, exhaling together. And as you bring your feet together, bring your elbows and your shoulder blades closer to the spine. And as you zip in, tuck the chin and bring your navel to your spine. In to open, out to close. 5, 4, reach into the toes, use the full length of your leg. 3, 2, bring your feet together. Rise up, find your sphinx. Pause a beat, draw your fingers towards you. Draw your navel up out of your hips. Now let your legs be a little bit clearer than we began. Tail drops down, outer hips wrap forward. Pinky toes down. Chest is long. Chest is long. Keeping all that length, you roll the belly down. And drawing your elbows back, float your hands. Reach your right hand out and then draw back. Tuck your chin. Left hand out, draw back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So if you need support, you can put your fingers on the floor each time, or spread your hands wide, floating the elbows, floating the palms, and just reaching through the sides of the chest, the sides of the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Draw back, put your fingertips to the floor. Lift your heart, tuck your chin, float your feet. 3. Point your toes and reach your feet away from you. Rather than clenching the low back, point your toes and float your feet. Good. Palms beside your ribs. Feet flat, knees together. Feet flat, knees together, feet together. Fold back. And open the low back. You may pause here or rock up and exhale chaturanga arms. 10. Softly. 9. Feel the space you've made. 8. Doesn't need to be all the way down. It's finding the place where you control the intensity and you receive what makes you brilliant rather than what causes strain. 4, 3, 2. Good. Rock forward. Find your block. And put your palms face down so that you're holding the block between your thumbs. And the palms are down and the thumbs are down. And now the elbows are down. And you come onto your knees. And you drop your head and you shift your weight back. And that can be a place to begin
Opening the backs of the shoulders, the palms press down, or tuck your toes and lift off. Keep your knees bent. The lift of the hips that you had in that half pyramid with one foot forward, one hand forward, tip your hips up. Tip your hips up, and now open the legs, but also with the tip of your hips, open the shoulders and the chest. Press your palms down, pull your fingers towards your palms. So seal your hands to the floor. Turning of the chin, softening the back. For 3, your head is off the floor, knees are bent, heels are high as you need to be. 2. So you'll bring your knees to the floor and shift your weight back and set the block aside. And rinse it out by coming forward, belly down, palms flat beside your ribs, the way we were before. So shoulders back, elbows back, even stronger. Palms to the floor, float your feet, open, close. Exhale, inhale. So you've made a little more space, a little more heat, a little more strength. Reach into the tips of your toes and wrap your shoulder blades to the spine. Wrap your navel up into the body on the breath out. For 4. For 3. The legs getting strong and intentional. Good. And then the feet together, the thighs down. Lift your heart, walk your elbows down and find your Sphinx. And rest on your elbows and drop into the fronts of the thighs and give the hips a little wag and drop the tail down between the hips. Let your thighs be heavy. Let the work just seep out of you into the floor. Legs are strong, tops of the feet down, little toes down. Work here, or widen your hands wider than your elbows, palms down, lift your elbows for seal. And the work here is to keep extending the navel up out of the pelvis. So the pelvis is rooted down, and with the hands, rather than pressing down and away, that will jam your low back. Tuck your chin and draw your fingertips towards your palms as you firm your legs. And if you firm your legs and pull your fingers towards your palms, you rise up out of the hips, out of the navel, across the chest. And then elbows down, cross your forearms and rest your head. Wag your tail. Take your left hand wide to the left. Walk your body to the right side of your mat. And with the left palm flat to the floor, roll to your left ribs and your left hip. Bend both knees and drop your head. You're there. But bend your bottom knee and then roll your top knee open and tuck your chin. And just rest here. Opening the front of the right shoulder, the side of the neck. Taking all possible effort out of the left shoulder. And then belly down. And walk your body to the left. Right arm wide. Right palm down in line with your shoulder. To the right ribs. Bend the knees. Drop your head. Roll the left knee open. Adjust what you need to. Let your head fall. Let your chin drop in. And let your eyes close and let your breathing become smooth. And the belly is soft.
Let your legs extend. Belly down. Back to center. Down dog. Just noticing the front, the back, the length, the ease, the quiet. Any tension, let your head drop. Wrap your armpits as though they could turn towards the heart. Wrap your thumbs down into the floor. And out of the length and strength of your arms, let your chest lengthen. Little wag of the tail, feel the sides of your waist. Little tip of the tail, feel the inner heels down and the outer little toes down. Bring your knees down and get your blanket. And put it so that the fold is towards you. Right? So that you have a thick-ish rectangle, and you'll come to lie down. Sit on the far side. We're building shoulder stand. And the tops of your shoulders meet the top fold of the blanket. And then scoot just an inch away from the fold so that when you roll up, the tops of your shoulders will stay supported by the blanket. Knees to your chest, press your elbows down to lift your hips, to land in your hands. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Keep your knees soft and just start out. Feel the back of your head resting on the floor. Feel the backs of your elbows. And notice, is there pressure at the base of the neck? And as you lift your hips a little more, tuck a shoulder, tuck it under so that you're getting a little more space and the back of the neck is long. Turn your knees in and your heels out. And that can be a place to stay. Or straighten your left leg towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee towards your nose. And then let your right leg unfold, toes toward the floor. Reach your left foot higher and your hands walk up your back. Reach your right toes. Maybe they find the floor. Mine are floating. And I reach into the ball of my left foot. The base of the big toe is opening the front of the left hip. Keep it all. Bend your left knee. Opening the front of the left hip, the quadricep, and then straighten out. 3. Bend your left knee. Straighten your left leg. Fire through the hamstring. 2. And then 1 more. Bending, opening, and pressing out. Good. And change legs. So your right foot goes high, your left knee bends, and the left foot floats towards the floor. Both knees may be bent. You may make some space, so hands up the back. Float into the feet, find the base of your big toes and reach there. Bend your right knee. And then press to straighten. Use your hamstrings, use your glutes. Bend your right knee. Open the right quadricep and then press straight. So when you bend your knee, pull your heel towards your hip. Use the muscles of your leg and then press and stay. Come up higher onto your shoulders, press into your feet. You're making length. Good. And then put the soles of your feet together and press your knees wide. Press your heels wide. Press your heels together and pull your toes apart. Press your heels together. Press. Heels wide. Open your legs wide. Open your legs wide. Reach into the heels. Reach into the feet. And then zip your feet together. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Bend your knees and roll your way down. Knees bend, feet flat, pausing there. Arms wide or overhead. Walk your heels underneath your knees. Bring your elbows down beside your body. Press your elbows. Stand in your heels. Lift your hips. Tuck a shoulder under, tuck another. So your shoulders are still supported on the blanket. Interlace your fingers. Walk your elbows closer. Press the pinky edge of your hands down. Let your knees soften and let your hips drop an inch. And lift your left hip and press into the left hip. And then drop an inch and your right hip up. Press. And drop down and press the left hip up. And drop down and press the right. And then stay. Both hips up, standing in the feet, pressing the outer shoulders back. Keep your toes soft and long. And then releasing your hands wide, roll down through the spine. Tail is last. Palms are open, wide or overhead. Heels wide, knees fall in. You're feeling the innate state of energy that's always available in your body, but you're feeling it more clearly right now because of the openings you've made through these lines, through these channels that run through us. Keep feeding those lines with breath. Keep setting down the tension that would obstruct them. Walk your right foot toward the center line. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Left hand to left thigh. Press away. Let your hips wash a little bit side to side. Feel the grip of the left hip loosen, so the left hip seems to lengthen a little bit. And if your hips are particularly tight, it's fine, stay right there. Or drawing your right thigh towards you, interlace your fingers behind the right thigh, bring it in. Make sure the backs of your hips are on the blanket. Or interlace your fingers over the right shin and send your left knee away. Keep making length in the left hip. And as you press into your shin, let your arms straighten. So the right shin is actively pressing into the clasp of your hands, and your arms are lengthened, elbows opening, shoulders opening, and the back tops of the shoulders are opening. Send your left knee forward. Draw your left toes back towards your knee. And then set down. Right foot flat to the floor. Left hand to the left inner thigh or the left inner foot and reach wide to the left. Work right there, or right leg straightens, right hand to right thigh. Stay for 3. And then center. And the left foot down and the right ankle over the left knee. Take your time, change when you're ready. Right hand to right hip, send away. A little bit side to side. Keep looking to make length. The hips moving away from the shoulders. The belly is long, open. And work there if your low back is particularly tight or your hips are tight, or draw your left knee in, interlacing your fingers behind the left thigh. Send the right knee away with your elbow. Or interlace your fingers over the left shin and draw your fingers against the shin. Now press your shin into your fingers. Open the elbow joints, open the tops of the shoulders, press the shin into the hands, press the right knee forward. Relax the face, the base of the skull, the tops of the shoulders. Anchor your backs of your hips into the floor. So use your legs to open your shoulders. And when you let it go, the left foot to the floor. And holding the inner thigh open wide to the right, or hold the inner foot, or wrap your strap around your foot wide, Stephanie, and step wide. So the right foot goes wide, left hand on thigh, left leg straightens. Right arm is straight wherever you are, so that the weight of your right leg is opening the front of the chest, the arm, the shoulder, the back. Into the center. Setting it down, knees bent, palms open, notice. Feel the current through your body. Breathing into the belly, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In the belly, 2, 3, out the belly, 2, 3. In the belly, pause, and out, more. In, pause, soften around it, and let it go. Adding on in the belly, pause, in the chest, pause, and all out, all out, all out. In the belly, pause, add the chest, a yawn, a sigh, pause, be full, and then be empty. More empty than that. Belly, pause, chest, pause, and out. Adding on, belly, soft and small, pause, chest, adding on, pause. Now into the throats, a sip, a little more, and pause. And let it all out, all out, all out. Empty your mind to the belly. Pause. To the chest. Pause. To the collarbones. Pause. All of it out. One more. Soft in the belly. Just catch it. Add to the chest. Hold there. A sip in the top. Now soften around all of it. All of it, all of it. And then let it go. And normal breathing. This energy, this state is always with us. We did not make this state. We uncovered it. We enabled it. We invited it. And then we met it and let it through. You may stay, or I will finish seated a little higher through the throat, the neck, the jaw, the crown of the head, the face. To go on with me, you wag your tail. Loosen your knees and your feet. Let everything from the navel down just vibrate, a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a shimmy, like a great bowl of jelly. And then up to a cross-legged seat. Take your time, big change. Fold your blanket so you have your hips higher than your heels. And you will have your strap. We'll set up the strap before we go anywhere. And so the strap goes around your right thigh and out to the right side. As you cross your legs, have your right shin in front of your left. So my right shin is in front, and I've got the strap on the wrong side. We're going to put the strap over the left thigh. So right shin in front, strap to the left. And just leave it there for a beat. Interlace your fingers, knuckles down, elbows soft, heart comes up. Just loosen the chin. And your heels are forward under your knees so that you can fold your way down. And rise up, chest broad. And fold your way down. And rise up. Hands up high. Hold opposite elbows and give it a little shimmy. Now as you pull your elbows into your hands, pull your hands into your elbows, and there's a little tension. Bring your breath into your ribs, close your eyes, a little shimmy, and there's a little shake, a little tremor that you might find. You just stay a beat, rising tall, a little more, rising tall. And the right hand down and the left hand comes up over, and then the left elbow to the left ribs, bring it down. Right hand to the floor, reach out, and elbow back. So you're moving through the spine, through the shoulder. One more. Elbow down. Right hand down. Keep it. Hand away from you. Good. Now bring your elbow down. Oh. Ah. And then straighten. Now look up under your armpit. As you bend your elbow to the floor, look down to your right shoulder. As you straighten your right arm, look up, wrap your left ribs back. One more. Bend your elbow. As you straighten your arm, sit your left hip down, rib back, look up. Ha! And come up right, hands on thighs. And just feel left side versus right side. Excellent. Put your left shin in front. Hands behind you, fold forward, walk your seat back. Just a little side to side. Feeling the outer hips, feeling your seat settle, outer knees down. To rise tall. Hands up. Holding opposite elbows and then changing the clasp. So it's the unfamiliar clasp. Now elbows widen, hands on elbows. Hands draw in, elbows draw open, and then rise up. Little shimmy. When you get stuck, a little shimmy. Little turn in the shoulders, little turn in the chin. And let the challenge come through. Let the light come through. Let the intensity come through. This is yours. It's a part of who you are. It's not invented or injected. It's yours. It's okay. Now left hand to the floor, right hand reaching out, and then right elbow to right rib, rock up. Hum. Just start to move in and out through the right side spine, right side hip, right side elbow. Find your way in. And then the left palm further from the hip. Pause there. Good. Bring your left elbow toward the floor. Straighten your arm. Look up. We begin. So left elbow drops down. Look down. Press into the left hand. Turn your ribs to the right. Elbow to the floor. Press down. Lift your elbow. Now sit your right hip down. Good. Only the turn of the chin. So hip down. Right ribs back. Turn of the chin and pause. Soften and upright. Notice what moves through you. All the way to the base of the skull, across the backs of the ears, into the brain. And take your strap, and humor me, and take your strap behind you. Widen your arms, wrap the edges of the strap so you've got a good hold. Hands are wider than hips. That way when you fold, your hands are just above the shoulders. And then you rise. So if you have more space in the shoulders, just tighten the strap around and then fold. Walk your seat back. So put it all together. Inhaling, heart comes up, chest is broad. And fold. As though you were lying on your belly when you brought your shoulder blades to your spine. One more time. Big fold. And rising. Good. So take that to the left, to the right side. You're bending your left elbow. Drop your strap inside the right thigh and around, and put both ends in your left hand. Super. Now right hand across and the back of your hand to your left knee. Good. Now look to the left. Look to the right shoulder. Keep your right arm straight. Bring your right shoulder towards your right knee. Yeah, folds. So turn your chin left as you come up and go back. Chin up and over to the right shoulder. Bring your right shoulder to your knee. Exhale. Lift your chin. Lead with your chin. Take your left shoulder back. And then turn to the right shoulder and stay. So your right palm is open. Chin to shoulder, shoulder to knee. Left arm bound. Stay 3. Stay 2. And then lift your chin. Turn to the left shoulder. Press into the back of your right hand. Revolve. Left ribs back. That when you release hands to thighs, notice you've put everything we've done together. The left side of your neck, throat, the left side of your eyes, left temple, left side brain, right side brain. And shake out your legs and cross your right in front of your left. Excellent. Take your strap behind you. This is a really lovely little seated sequence with this strap and chest opening. If you have a headache, any kind of tension headache, sit down, lift your hands, lead with your heart, folding over. And then rising tall, take your time. 3 folds at your pace. Walk your hand in the strap if you have more, if you want a little more. You can go side to side as you come down. You're finding the outer knees toward the floor, the outer hips towards the floor, the chest is opening. Mm. Mm. Good, sitting up. Bend your right elbow and take the back of your hand to your left waist. Left side strap drops down inside the left thigh and comes around. Both straps, both ends go into the right hand. Left arm straight, the back of the hand to the right knee. So we're set. Chin to the left shoulder and drop your left shoulder to your left knee. Look at your knee. Turn your chin. Fall in. Just give yourself a beat. Find the base of the pose. Lift your chin and bring your chin up and over to your right shoulder, turning back. Right ribs turn back. Left arm stays straight. Feel that landing point. And now left chin up, over, and left. And then rise. Chin up, chin left, shoulder down. Stay. Left arm is straight, palm is open. Soften your right shoulder, trust the bind. Soften your right hip, your fold. Keep all of it. Press into the base. Lift your chin, take it up and over and back. Chin to the shoulders, stay tall. Right ribs back. As you release, eyes closed, hands to thighs, find center. Noticing sensation in the base of the skull, the mouth, the lips, the palate of the mouth, the ear canals, the roofs of your eyes, right? The tops of your eye sockets, the top of your head. Open your mouth so softly, and you're breathing out, if you like, a hand in front like you were fogging a mirror. 4 slow counts in the nose, and then fog the mirror. 4 out, 4 in. As you breathe out the mouth, bring your navel to the spine. Fortify your seat from the base. On the inhale, fill your chest. On the exhale, empty your navel. Put one hand at the back of your head and imagining you're fogging a mirror on the inhale, so in and out through the mouth. And breathing in through the mouth, fog the mirror at the back of your head. Exhaling navel to spine, inhaling, filling the chest slowly and deliberately. One more round in and out. Same exact breath. Put your lips together. Go in and out the nose, hands down. Breathe into the back of your head and out the navel. Keep that distinct, flowing, hissing sound. And feel the generation of power, of prana. The body becoming infused with clarity and purpose. 3 more rounds just this way. Navel to spine on the exhale, filling the chest on the inhale, purposefully building power. And then natural breathing. Just feel now, just having made the invitation for power, let it in, meet it. Open your doors and your windows. Invite a quality of effortlessness. How did it get so easy to be full of power, full of light? The spine is tall, the face is soft. You are effortlessly brilliant. Less and less effort, more and more receiving. Letting each aspect of holding soften. The left shoulder, the right shoulder, the back of the neck, the right elbow, the left elbow, the grip of the hips, the feet, the hands at ease, spine tall, the skin around your eyes. And stay if you choose, or unfold and let all of it become even more effortless and land in your Shavasana, resting, the body open. A layer if it's needed, use a blanket under or over you as necessary. Any adjustment to find your fullest expression. Wherever you've been, deepening your breathing, take your hands overhead and let the body be at complete ease. Consider all the pain and all the pleasure you've ever experienced as waves on a very deep ocean, which is you. From the depths, witness those waves rolling along so bravely, always changing, beautiful in their self-sustaining power. Marvel that once you identified with only the surface of this ocean, but now embrace the waves, the depths, the undersea mountains, all the way out to your furthest shore. Whatever you've said, however you've responded, whatever upheaval, whatever pleasure, celebration, or impatience has been in your vocabulary, hold it all. There is more and more and more, and nothing needs to be pushed aside. Gather the whole of yourself as you roll your way into a cross-legged seat. Sweep wide, reach tall. We'll finish with 3 ohms. Bring your palms together down to the center of your chest. That'll be our exhale. Sweep wide. A is in the belly, U is in the chest, M is in the head. Thumbs to your forehead center. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. Have a fantastic Saturday or Sunday or Monday or whenever you choose to replay it. Keep in mind the first 10, 12 minutes of just rolling. We were rolling on our backs. We were rolling on our bellies. We brought it back to the back. That rolling is so useful in relieving what it is that we're holding still. We experience the waves of ourselves. And then we get upset and that makes more waves. Really drop down underneath it and let the waves move you around. Let the waves create a quality of freedom. They are part of you. They are an expression of you. It'd be terrible to be a flat lake all the time. Let it through. Let it be done. And start from here. These great depths. I will see you. Next class tomorrow morning is Kundalini. Then in the park. The next Vinyasa will be next Saturday. We'll see you there.